Radhe Krishna everyone. I'm again here with yet another wonderful recipe. This is called Arasi Upma. This is as per the Ahobila Mattam style Arasi Upma. For this Arasi Upma, for this rice Upma, what I have done is I have taken about a cup of rice and then some basic elements for seasoning and for garnishing freshly grated coconut and cilantro, coriander. Then I have taken country beans and I have boiled the country beans. So this is an extra thing that I am adding to make it special for our lordships at home. The secret ingredient for this recipe is one full big spoon of pepper kernels and cumin seeds. So now let us see how to make upma from rice as per Ahobila Mutt. The first thing of course to do is to roast the rice. So I have taken just Sona Masuri rice and I am going to now dry roast the Sona Masuri rice. This won't take long, just a few seconds, and the rice will change its color. From its translucent nature, it's going to become very opaque and very white. That is when you know that the rice is done. So on a medium flame, I am starting to roast the rice. And this is an upma that I had when I went to Ahobilam. Ahobilam is Navanarasimha Kshetra. It is the original Kshetra of Lord Narasimha. And Lord Varaha also has spoken to Narasimha. Venkateshwara Swami has spoken to Narasimha. Ramachandra Swami has also spoken to Narasimha. That is the importance of Ahobila Kshetram. There are 9 different temples, very important ones. And of course there is the Ugrastamba where Lord Narasimha came out of. Ahobilam, the moment you say Ahobilam, you will become more powerful is the saying there in the region. So Ahobilam is Ahobalam as well. So it's a beautiful kshetra, everybody must visit once in their lifetime. And this has been my effort as well to share very sattvic and very simple recipes that all of you can use in order to make nivedanams for your lordships at home. So now as you can see, slowly there are partly translucent rice grains and there are very opaque and white rice grains as well. So the moment it starts to splatter, I'm going to turn off the stove and roast it for a couple of more seconds. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to coarsely grind this once it cools down. Remember friends, the rice should not turn off-white. Okay, so that's very important. The rice should not turn off-white. So manage your flames and keep monitoring the rice as you roast them. Now on a medium flame yet again, I have taken the vessel that I'm going to use for making the upma. And I have taken about half a spoon of ghee, and to that I am adding pepper kernels. So this has to be roasted very well, pepper kernels. I think the focus is off, but let me try. There you go. So you can see I am roasting the pepper kernels as whole pepper kernels. This has to roast very well, and then I am going to powder this along with cumin seeds. So as pepper starts to splatter, you can then add cumin. Cumin cannot be first because cumin kind of gets processed very quickly and it's going to burn if you add cumin first and then add pepper kernels. So here you go. So now both are done. I'm going to turn off. Once this cools down, we're going to powder them into a fine powder. Hi friends, I'm back again. I have done 2 things. One is I have very coarsely grated the rice, as you can see here. This should be in the rava texture, and then I have also finely grated pepper and cumin seeds. I must tell you, the entire ambience here at home is filled with the fragrance of ground pepper and cumin, as well as the roasted rice that is ground. Now we will start to make the upma. Now everything happens very quickly and briskly. So let us see how to make this. Hi friends, now I am going to start making the upma. I am shaking the vessel so you get to see how much oil I have taken. I have taken about 6 spoons of coconut oil. I generally tend to use only coconut oil for the lordships. We don't use the refined oil or any of the modern oils. Either the peanut oil, sesame oil, mustard oil, or of course ghee, and then this. So now it's all going to start very quickly and briskly. I'm adding all the necessary ingredients for the seasoning. A bit of jeera and I'm adding hing. In charge of cooking for Ahobila mutton shared with me. What he said is, some people tend to add pepper and ground cumin at the end, but it doesn't kind of infuse the flavor into the upma. So he suggested that I add everything and roast the rice very well along with the oil. Salt as well, you must note. All the ingredients except the country beans, boiled country beans, I've added. So this has to be from a medium to high flame because you want the rice to absorb all the oil as well as the flavors from Ahobila and cumin and mustard and all of that, and curry leaves. So you want this on a medium to high flame. It has to be roasting very well. Generally put 2.5 times the quantity of rice or rava that I use for upma. Some people put 3 times, 4 times because they are making neer upma and etc. But I do not do that. I only put 2.5 times. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the lid because it has to cook in the steam rice especially. So I'm going to close. But for safety purposes, I'm going to again take another measure of water and I'm going to set it to boil just in case it needs. Why is that done, if you ask? It's because different rice absorbs different amount of moisture, so you always need some backup. So friends, it has been about 7 to 8 minutes since I have closed the upma. So now, as you can see, this is very nicely done. To this, I'm going to add about just a spoon of ghee because I'm offering it to Lord Krishna and Radha. So I'm going to mix it very well. Now to this I'm going to garnish it with freshly grated coconut, a lot of coconut and some coriander leaves. Usually in temples and matams they don't tend to add coriander, but at home you can add. So this is Avrekai Arasi Upma as per Ahobila Matham. So friends, this is the Arasi Upma as per the Ahobila Matham, as I told you. Pair it with a nicely beaten curd, and of course there are other naivedyams that are getting prepared in our humble home. So every day please make prasadams to the lordships, and only after it is offered to the lords please have them, because then the dosha of the food doesn't apply to you. Ahara shuddhi is sattva shuddhi. Without the shuddha aharam, your sattvam, your sadhana cannot be pure. So please start with prasadams to any sadhana, spiritual sadhana that you want to do, must always begin with sattvic food. And here is a humble attempt, a small attempt from my end to showcase more and more traditional recipes, to encourage all of you to eat at home, make it at home, offer it at home, and eat it at home along with family and friends. Radhe Krishna. Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanam.